The People's Organization for Progress opposes and condemns all regime change efforts of the U.S. imperialist Trump administration to engineer a right-wing coup and overthrow of the current government of Venezuela. The sovereignty of Venezuela and the right of self-determination of its people must be upheld. The inhumane U.S. sanctions that are destroying the Venezuelan economy and causing untold suffering amongst its people must be lifted. Diplomacy and dialogue are what is needed to address this crisis, not military, economic, and political warfare. The People's Organization for Progress opposes any planned U.S. invasion of Venezuela or the use of any military forces in or against that country. And I just want to say I came here today specifically to this spot to join with you to call upon the U.S. Senators for New Jersey. We are here today in this spot because the offices of Senator Menendez and Senator Booker are in this building. I want to call upon U.S. Senator Menendez and U.S. Senator Booker, who is also a presidential candidate,
That's right.
to oppose and vote against any legislation that would enable the overthrow and any aggression against the Venezuelan government. Senator Menendez, I call on you to stand up in the Senate and let them know that people here in New Jersey, in the United States, and around the world, we do not want another war.
Right.
We don't want any more war,
right.
and we don't want a war with Venezuela. We don't want another Iraq in Venezuela. We don't want another Afghanistan in Venezuela. We don't want another Vietnam in Venezuela. We don't want war against Venezuela. And more than that, we don't want any more aggression against Venezuela and the Venezuelan people. All these pundits on television have it wrong. 180 degrees. It is not the Venezuelan government that has caused the suffering of the Venezuelan people. It is the sanctions and efforts to overthrow of the U.S. government
That's right.
that has caused the suffering of the Venezuelan people. Trump, Bolton, Abrams, Pompeo are war criminals.
That's right.
This effort to overthrow Venezuela is in contradiction to international law. It is an illegal effort to overthrow this government. And we oppose any efforts to overthrow the Venezuelan government. If they try to overthrow the Venezuelan government, they are going to open up another gate of hell in addition to the gate of hell that they have opened up in Central Asia, in Iraq, and Afghanistan. It will be a war that will cost millions of dollars, and it will not end anytime soon. This is a criminal effort to overthrow the Maduro government. Let the people of Venezuela decide who their leadership should be. I mean, you think we stupid? You didn't even pick a puppet that ran for president. You picked somebody that wasn't even in the presidential election.
That's right.
How would it be if people came here and picked somebody
you, Larry Hamm,
and said you're going to be president of the United States? Although probably some of us wish they would do.
Larry Hamm for president.
Look, we want peace. We don't want any more war.
That's
No more war in Iraq. No No more war in Afghanistan. No more war in Yemen. We don't want war with China. We don't want war with Russia.
Syria.
We don't want war with Syria. We don't want any more war. Stop wasting our taxpayer dollars on war and spend that money at home
Right here.
on jobs, health care, education, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. What the needs of the people right here across the street. We can literally walk 200 yards and see homeless people.
You're correct.
In
That's right.
Penn Station.
That's absolutely
Sleeping
correct.
in the bus lane.
That's right.
in Penn Station.
Yes, it is.
We have
It's
20
a crisis.
million homeless people here in America.
That's right.
Instead of spending that money on trying to overthrow Venezuela, spend that money on the elimination of homelessness here in New Jersey, and here in the United States.
Here, here.
I call again on Senator Menendez and Senator Booker to stand up. And I say this as someone, and you know this is no secret, who urged people to vote for Menendez.
Even
So
not
we
me.
wouldn't get
And not me.
another fascist in the Senate, another Republican. And I said then that I didn't agree with all the positions of Senator Menendez. But I didn't want to see a fascist come out of New Jersey to be in the U.S. Senate. So I'm here today saying, as one who just voted for Menendez in 18, Senator Menendez, be on the right side of history. Don't support this war in Venezuela or any more wars
That's right.
of aggression, any more imperialist wars. I know it's hard for some people to grasp, but look, when you're right, and when you're wrong. And if I voted for somebody and they're wrong on the issue, I'm going to say so.
Thank you.
We haven't heard. I asked the question the other night. Thank you. I asked the question the other night in the POP meeting. Do we even know what Senator Booker's position is on Venezuela?
Nope.
He has not issued a public statement, so I'm letting him know in advance. Letting him know in advance. Issue a statement against the overthrow of the Venezuelan government. Just hiding, running away from the issue, and hiding from the issue is not a position.
No, it's consent.
You need to be courageous,
And it's
Senator Booker.
consent.
You want to be president of the U.S., be courageous and take the right stand on this issue. This country right now is engaged in as many as 9 military conflicts around the world. We don't need another.
When I come back.
We don't need to send any more American young men and women to die on foreign battlefields. They need to be home. We need to call back the troops that are in these conflicts, and we don't need to start any more conflicts.
That's it.
And I'm going to tell you something. The plan of Trump and Pompeo and Abrams is not, they're not stopping with Venezuela.
Nope.
When they finish
Iran's
with Venezuela, they going after Cuba.
Nicaragua. And Iran, too.
Cuba. They want to do in Cuba what they're doing now in Venezuela. They've already reversed all the policies of the previous administration to try to normalize relations with Cuba. And we know that Cuba plays a critical role in supporting Venezuela and helping the people of Venezuela. So we have to be vigilant and have to oppose all these efforts
That's right.
to overthrow the Maduro government and any other. They want
It'll be the
to
third
what they
time.
want to do is overthrow all the progressive regimes in Latin America.
That's right.
They're opening up a militant anti-communist front. I've seen 9 presidents in my lifetime. It was the first time I ever saw in the State of the Union address of a president make a direct frontal attack on socialism. And believe me, that was not just aimed at socialists abroad. It was aimed at
Right here,
those of
right
us
here.
here in this
Right here.
who advocate policies that people might interpret or might really be socialist policies. So they are opening a new anti-communist, a new McCarthy era.
You got that right.
Taking us into
That's
a
right.
new McCarthy era. And you're going to see this increasingly. They're demonizing Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. They're demonizing her because they want to paint her as the face of socialism. They're going to demonize Sanders because they want to paint him as the face. I already heard this week. Long live, long live.
Oh, sorry.
I already heard.
happens when you put your fist up.
How many of you listen to 10-10 wins?
No.
And if y'all listen to 10-10 wins,
Stop.
this week I heard an anti-communist commercial. That's the only thing you can characterize it as. This week I heard a commercial that's running right now attacking socialism and socialists here in the United States and giving people a phone number. If they oppose socialism and socialists, call this number. This is an effort to build a fascist, anti-communist movement in this country. Just the other day, this week, was the 80th anniversary of the fascist rally at Madison Square Garden that drew 20,000 people. Fascists marching up and down in Newark, New Jersey. They raided the North Ward, an Italian community, and arrested people during World War II and interned them. People don't know, they think only Japanese were interned during World War II. There were other people that were interned too because fascism had roots. Even here in Newark, New Jersey, fascism had roots. So this is a very dangerous period, brothers and sisters. They're building a fascist movement in this country, and just as the fascists came after the radicals and socialists and communists in Germany and in Italy and in other places, they're going to come for us. So we have to unite. We have to unite and build a broad, united front.
Independent.
Not just with ourselves. Not just a radical front of left groups. We have to build a broad, people's united front, a 10 even big enough to have people who may disagree with us on some issues, but on the issue of democracy, on the issue of imperialism, on the issue of war, they do agree. And if they agree with us, we must unite with us. We must unite with them. So power to the people.
Power to the people.
Hands off Venezuela.
Hands off Venezuela.
U.S. hands off Venezuela.
U.S. hands off Venezuela.
U.S. imperialism out of Venezuela.
U.S. imperialism out of Venezuela.
Down with U.S. imperialism.
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 Power to the people.
Power to the people.